Hello, friends. Welcome to this channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. In this episode, I want to discuss about Gen AI, how it's going to be a game changer for pharma supply chain operation and for Pharma 4 implementation. With this objective, let me give you a brief idea about our interest, our passion, our focus areas. We have developed a concept Center of Excellence Pharma 4 with an objective that how various emerging technologies like cloud, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, blockchain, chatbot, how these technologies are going to be very helpful to achieve excellence and Pharma 4. How these technologies will help to solve the pharma industry challenges, how it will help in the regulatory documentation, and how it will help to the challenges faced by the industry today. With this concept, we have launched a website where you will get a lot of inputs from the knowledge point of view. Our course on Udemy is a smart manufacturing in pharma has got 20 modules where you will learn a lot of information to apply it to your pharma industry. Our YouTube channel was launched almost 5 years back, has got more than 350 videos, again discussing about various aspects about the processes, operations, and adoption of technologies. Our podcast, which you are listening now, has got more than 90 podcasts. And I'm quite sure all those earlier episodes also will be very beneficial to you. We also have a book series, Center of Excellence Pharma 4, which is available on Amazon, both formats, Kindle as well as paperback. Today, there are about 8 books are already been published and few more are on the progress. So my agenda is actually to give you a brief introduction, transforming supply chain operation, how we are going to address the supply chain vulnerabilities, predictive risk mitigation, enhance drug forecasting and inventory management, which is very important, augmented decision making, accelerating pharma for implementation, manufacturing and quality optimization, workforce training and knowledge management, and how to develop the Pharma 4 vision, and finally the conclusions. So, in an introduction, what I wanted to talk about is generative AI is going to be a game changer because it is going to accelerate and help the companies to achieve the Pharma 4 principle. This will revolutionize the supply chain operation. As we know, earlier our supply chain operations were analog systems, silos based systems. So we had an independent systems for the warehouse, distribution, sales and operations planning, stores, procurement, quality, and there was hardly any interface, data integrations and all. So which was having a lot of drawbacks and it was not really been able to help for a data driven decision making. So now we are really looking, we want to go beyond the predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is very important from demand forecasting, demand planning, and all this. So this Gen AI has got a lot of new concepts, new ideas, new content, new insights, and all are there. This really helps with an integration to overcome those challenges in efficiencies, resilience, and value creation into the entire pharma supply chain management. This also has got an economic impact. Some of the large companies have already started adopting this, and the results are very, very encouraging. This has already generated maybe 60 to 110 billions annually from those companies which are already gone for adoption of this Gen AI. And this has been observed and benefits have been discussed at various levels in pharma as well as in the medical product market. Most important is digital supply chain management and its vulnerabilities. As you know, there are always challenges, there are always problems into the entire supply chain management. This may be due to problems in planning. It could be problems suddenly into the market condition. It could be sometimes the failures into the machinery or any other challenges and also. This was more because it was the fragmented issues were there. So a issue into material was not getting reflected into the production. Production may not get reflected into the warehouse or maybe your logistic because it was into analog based data systems and all. Now we are moving to the data driven systems. So we want to remove all those disruptions and all. So synthesizing all this huge amount of data into a diverse data sharing platform is the main challenge, and that helps you to optimize the processes and risk management capability. I'm going to discuss about the predictive risk mitigation. As you know, there are always the risks. So what are those risks and how you can predict them? And how you can adopt this new technology, new emerging things for predicting those risks so that you don't have a disruptions and all. You can overcome those disruptions. So now Gen AI tools are there to help you to monitor the thing. This will monitor thousands of new outlets, which are really coming up or something. There's a big data volume it can take into considerations and all. It will also track the social media channels. It can also help you to analyze the data sources into multiple languages and then get integrated into a whole uh, system. This will also identify the potential supply chain risks. No, it may be into your warehouses have got a problem, or you may have challenges into the transportation or something like that. This will also take into consideration the environmental issues, geopolitical issues, human rights issues, and, and that analysis of the data at a various level can help in two ways. At the market level, that's basically the demand or maybe the rates or the profitability or something. And second is maybe the weather conditions or something because you are going to link up and connect various sources, whichever you can it actually, to give you a better feel of the market. So these two things which you will have to take into consideration, and that will also help you to anticipate the disruptions and all that. Just to give you a brief overview where this Gen AI can help and how it can bring the improvements. So the first one is we are discussing about the demand forecasting and inventory. It will have an accurate demand forecasting, and analysts can take into consideration the past sales, market trends, and all that. At the same time, with your inventory management, you can prevent that there won't be any stockouts and there will not be any overstocking also. So you have to do a matching thing. This is what is very, very important thing. I mentioned in the beginning, we are discussing about Sanofi. Now, Sanofi has got a good case study. it was mainly because of the patients not getting the good product or the timely product or something like that. And so predicted because the 80% of the low inventory positions are basically getting suffered up. And that is where there is dissatisfaction at a patient level or a customer levels and all. And that has really been built up and that has really helped a company to achieve the good supply chain visibility and improve the operational and business performance. Another thing was also basically forecast the demand for allergy and flu seasonal products actually. This is always a challenge because you are not really aware. You are basically depending upon the atmospheric condition, the climate, and all that. So, a good climate may have your sales down. Bad climate may you have a better product requirement from the market. But this needs to be challenged or taken into consideration. The effect is to be given immediately and all that sort of thing, and this will help to improve the forecast accuracy. So, when you are looking at it, this is going to be a complex thing. So, enhanced demand forecasting is going to be a crucial thing, and that is where these technologies can really help. GenAI is going to be a big contributor into that. GenAI is, as a co-pilot for the supply chain planners, which helps to consolidate the entire data, which is from supplier data, production data, operational data, transportation data, warehouse data, and all. And this all gets integrated, and that all helps for the better decision making and automates the requirements, and it can save the time actually. Another thing is it runs on through a WhatsApp scenarios also. It's when you build up your old algorithm and new algorithm to suit it to the new technologies and all, if you can really take into consideration all these various scenarios, that is a high demand, low demand, sudden demand, or something like that, this can really help you to achieve the better results for by 20 to 30% and all that. Now, this I was talking to you about the marketing side. Similarly, GenAI is also applicable onto the procurement side. So there are draft discounts, requests for the proposals, and all. There are so many other activities are to be done. But when you are talking about the digital supply chain management, this data gets reflected to all those stakeholders, and they can also look at it and play a role by resolving those AI challenges and all that sort of thing. That's what it is the thing. And this leads to a good improvement of 5 to 10% reduction into the management costs as far as the pharma procurement is concerned. Another thing is into the manufacturing and quality. We have seen already demand side. We have already seen the procurement side. So the third is remains is the manufacturing and quality operations and all. So production schedules are needs to be optimized so that your machines are fully utilized. Or if you see any machine problem, you can shift production to some other place. And so this will align the material availability with the equipment usage and minimizes the downtime. So this is how it can build. Ideal time can be reduced, operations times can be improved, and all. So necessary decisions can be taken by those corresponding departmental heads, but real-time data should be available. Then anomaly detection and predictive maintenance that can help in analyzing the millions of dollars of data points and all. It will detect onto anomalies also. It will enable the predictive maintenance also. So these are the various software parameters and operations you are aware about it. So the yield and cycle time that also will get improvements, and it can go as high as up to 10%, which is quite a substantial thing. So in the entire process, if you can remove the 10%, is going to be very helpful, very demanding, very challenging from the company point of view. Quality control, automation, and automate the compliances task is another benefit. Now, workforce training and knowledge management. This we are, as I mentioned, we are moving with the challenges to adoption of those technologies for the pharma 4. So we have to need the upskilling and workshop. So generative AI is to be taken it as a solution, and that will create a tailor-made training programs and create new uploading companies and their processes and systems. You will get familiar with it and all, and that will help to guide the roles about the educational content and all that sort of thing. So when you are talking about the workforce training, there are three types of training will be there. One is upgrading those old data into the new system. You need the training, and then you will be able to migrate all that thing, check up correctness, accuracy is also a very important thing around. And at the same time, when you are connecting those IoTs and all that sort of thing, how those readings are to be taken, what are the videos, and how those educational content can help you to get familiar, get confidence with an AI, and how that data will be used for the data-driven decision making. So you have to really keep track about developing the proficiency along with the new digital processes and all. And that can lead to a smart factory. Now, for vision is more important. Now, as we always mention and discuss it out, Pharma 4 expects to have the data sharing throughout all the system. It should give a patient's confidence to have a right quality, right time, right value, right prices, everything onto that. So at the same time, it will also maintain all those regulatory documentation. So with these three, four focus areas, we have to really get familiar with those Pharma 4 vision and build those intelligent operations and automate those various processes which today are not integrated or which are not capturing the data directly or which are not really online processes or something like that. So automation with along with the Pharma 4 vision is to be very important. And this is where the role of Gen AI comes up is basically for the transformation, for connectivity, intelligence, and for the automation. So with this brief idea, I thought I will share my conclusions. This is what advanced capabilities are there for Gen AI, and that will really help in improving the existing processes and build a fundamental change in operations and all that sort of thing. You can incorporate the smart industry practices in your organizations, Eva, which will help you to have a faster operational speed, into the entire manufacturing and distribution processes and all that. So with this conclusion, I thought I gave you a brief idea. More information you can see at our Udemy, YouTube, podcast channels. You can also refer our book series to get a feel of those emerging technologies and how those will bring the betterment, confidence into your organization. If you have any suggestions, do write to us because we appreciate your practical experiences and then every day in the new challenges which are really coming up and on that. So do share this content with your friends also. And thank you. Bye.